Hello there, my name is James Harrington. If Spanish football is for you, then this is the place to be. With the La Liga season only a matter of days away, I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon and rate all La Liga home shirts, all 20 clubs, using a tier list. The categories from worst to best are as follows. Absolute shocker, to back to the drawing board, to okay, to oh, that's nice, and then take my money now. Before we get into this video, I've just got to say a few things. This is totally subjective, so if I give your team a harsh rating, do not get upset by it. I'm by no means a fashion expert and I don't even have the most extensive football shirt collection. This is just a bit of fun, so let's get into it. So we start with Alaves, and for me, this is a take my money now. It's an absolute corker of a shirt, brilliant one to start with. It's got a lovely half and half design, and supposedly it pays homage to the shirt worn by the club in the 1920s. Now, I wasn't a massive fan of the Alaves shirt last season. They did do a nice centenary shirt, but for me, Kelme have really stepped up their game this year. As well, what is a really nice touch on the back of the shirt, they have an inscription of all the players that have played for the club over the past 100 years. It screams class and is an amazing throwback. Next, Athletic Bilbao, and for me, this is just an okay shirt. Now, I know it can be hard when you've got two different colours down vertical lines to be creative, and I appreciate the fact they've gone from a slightly darker red to lighter red on the front of the kit, but I do feel the sleeves are just quite boring. It's just solid red. They could have done with some white detailing there. So for me, Athletic Bilbao, just okay. Next up, Atletico Madrid. Now, I feel like I'm going to be in the minority here. I'm going to say this is a back to the drawing board for me. The La Liga champions have got rid of the kind of the button and collar effect they had on their shirt last season, and they've gone for this paintbrush effect. Now, I must say, it works well with the H with the placement of the sponsor on the front, but this is just something I wouldn't buy. Next, we have Barcelona, and for me, that's an all. That's nice. It's the most radical design of any of the kits in La Liga this season. Something that we've seen Barcelona doing over the past few years is experimenting with their kits, whether it be slightly thicker vertical lines or even checkered boxes on the front. With this one though, it's a clear step out of the comfort zone for the designers. Now, it's my understanding that it's inspired by the patron saint of Catalonia, Sant Jordi, or in England as we say, patron saint St George. And as well, what's really interesting about this kit, it's 100% recyclable. It's very creative and deserves recognition of that. Next we have Cadiz, and this is the first shirt to enter this category. It's an absolute shocker. This shirt is so boring and clearly requires minimal effort to design. I was hoping with them being their second straight season in La Liga, they would have done something really inventive and creative with their kit, but the designers have played it safe. As well, what's really disappointing about this shirt is it doesn't capture the vibrant and passionate fan base of Cadiz. Next we have Celta Vigo, and I'm going to give them an "oh, that's nice," because now you might be thinking that's slightly generous considering the Barcelona kit, and for me the Celta Vigo kit does just creep into this category. It's much better than the shirt they had last season. I do feel that the sky blue, the grey and the white trim all very much go together as a colour palette. As well, it aligns very well with the sponsor, Estrella Galicia, and I just think the whole kit flows together. As well, I'm a bit of a fan of the design etched into the background, so for me, Celta Vigo just creep into this category. Next, we have Elche. Now, Elche for me, unfortunately, have entered the absolute shocker category. They've changed manufacturers this time around. They've gone from Hummel to Nike. The shirt's different in the sense there's no solid green panes running down the side, and they've obviously got rid of the arrows on the arm sleeve. What we've seen with the kit this season is they've tried to jazz up the chest stripe in, I don't want to call it a blob-like effect, but it's definitely not a solid uniform line. And it's just not enough. I don't think it's that exciting a shirt to want to wear, and I must say across the board I was a bit disappointed with all the Elche shirts, home, away and third. They've had an absolute shocker here for me. Next we have Espanyol, and for me this is oh, that's nice. First of the newly promoted teams, Kelme have done a really nice job here. Yes, they've got the solid blue and white vertical lines, but it's that nice subtle tire tread pattern along the middle. I must say that possibly the social media announcement has persuaded me to give them this category because the shirt really did seem to pop, so I might be disappointed in real life, but I'm going to go with an ooh, that's nice. Next we have Getafe, and this is a back to the drawing board. It's their 75th anniversary shirt, and whilst I do appreciate the subtle patterns on the front, the introduction of the collar with the light blue running around it, for an anniversary shirt, it's not too memorable, and that's what you want, especially when you reach such a major milestone. Unfortunately for Getafe fans, I think it is a back to the drawing board. Next we have Granada, and actually I think this is a NNA and not applicable to give a rating, because I haven't seen them release their home kit yet. Now I've been looking across their various social media channels and internet page. I might have missed it, but when I was looking at Carlos Bacca's unveiling, it seemed to me he was wearing last season's kit, the same blue, red and white design. I was trying to look as forensically close as possible, and I might be wrong, but for now, Granada, not applicable. Next we have Levante, and for me this is just okay. I think this could be another one where I've been persuaded by the social media to give it a more generous rating than it probably deserves. It could be a back to the drawing board, but with the shimmer of the shirt on Carlos Clerc, I felt like being generous. Now I would say it's a tight, tidy and smart design shirt, but it's nothing more than that, hence I've just given it an okay rating. Next is Mallorca, and I'm going to go with a back to the drawing board. I was hoping with them being promoted back to La Liga they might have done something again bold, inventive, but no, they've just gone from a solid red middle, and they have gone with some jazzy sleeves, but it hasn't hit the mark, not enough for me. Back to the drawing board. We now move on to Osasuna, and unfortunately I'm going to give them an absolute shocker rating. Last season, marking their centenary, they had a lovely gold trim to their kit. However, this season it's just a bit plain, isn't it? A template shirt that seems to have required minimal effort to design. For me, it's an absolute shocker. We now move on to Rayo Vallecano, the final of the promoted sides, and I'm going to go with, oh, that's nice. Obviously the most eye-catching thing about any Rayo shirt is the red sash going across the kit, and this, of course, being the thunderbolt, represents Rayo in Spanish means lightning. I really do like this kit. I think the Umbro detailing on the end of the sleeves is really nice. The black trim around the collar, the sleeves and the bottom of the shirt works really well. And I've got to say actually, the full complement kit, away and third kit, I'm a bit partial to. So I feel like Rayo have done a really good effort this season. Next we have Real Betis, and for me this is an okay shirt, but definitely at the higher end of the spectrum in the okay rating. Kappa have designed this shirt, and of course they've kept with the green and white vertical stripes. What I really like is the V shape across the chest. What I didn't like about the Kappa kit last season was with the sponsor it just felt like it was kind of plastered on top of, whereas now they've got a new sponsor, Forever Green, which I think is a sustainability platform. I don't know too much about them, but everything just works really well with the design of the shirt. For me this is a solid effort by Kappa this season, but it's an okay rating for Real Betis. We now move on to Real Madrid, and for me this is definitely an oh, that's nice. Adidas have been partnered with Real Madrid since 1998, and you've got to give huge respect to Adidas here. It's very hard to be creative with an all-white shirt. However, with this one, I definitely feel like the design is very snappy, it pops, especially with the bright orange manufacturer logo and the blue sponsor. As well, what's a really nice touch about this shirt is the design etched into the background of the Plaza de Cibeles, where Real Madrid celebrate all of their title triumphs. This for me is definitely an oh, that's nice. We now go over to Real Sociedad, and for me this is a back to the drawing board. I was a fan of the shirt last season. However, it hasn't struck a chord with me this time around. I can appreciate they've gone for like this spray like dotted effect across the chest, this two-tone blue, and they've got this nice inscription on the back which is Real inside, in the feeling, in the heart, which is a nice touch, but it's a no from me. It's a back to the drawing board. We now go on to Sevilla, and for me this is a take my money now. When this shirt was launched, it was my favourite La Liga kit by a country mile. I thought the red and white pinstripe was absolute class. And what they did something really novel, and it was something I was hoping they were going to keep across the sponsor area. They just had the words Sevilla FC written. Not done really before. However, when I was looking at the shirt just before I hit the record button, they now got a sponsor called Naga. I believe it's a cryptocurrency organisation. And yes, I do think the colours do blend well with the sponsor, which is just a shame that they got rid of their club name, but it's still a take my money now. Next we have Valencia, and for me this is just okay. I do prefer this shirt to the one they wore last season. I do like the pattern in the sleeves and on the sides. However, as it's a template shirt, because other clubs have similar designs, I'm thinking the likes of Milan, there's nothing unique about it. So I don't think it warrants anything more than just being okay. Finally, we've arrived at Villarreal, and for me, this is a take my money now situation. I think the promo around it really helped because it's the best one I've seen in La Liga this season. They did a video of like all the V's and the meanings that it has for the club. They had Victoria for winning the Europa League. They had Volver for returning to the Championship. Vecino for kind of the fans, the neighbours all coming together. And Vibra for like the pulse and the noise and the energy in the ground. What I really like about this shirt is the kind of the V around the collar, a nice subtle touch, and as well, I guess I'm incredibly biased towards this shirt because yellow is my favourite colour. For me, Villarreal, take my money now. So that's it for this video. That was my ranking of all the La Liga kits. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and why not give the video a thumbs up? It's all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.